Welcome to Financial Aid Literacy 101. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about navigating the financial aid application. But of course, before we get started, to learn what is defining financial aid. So financial aid is money to help students pay for their educational expenses. This includes grants, scholarships, loans, work study, and tuition reimbursement. So qualifying for financial aid. Who qualifies for financial aid? Well, basic eligibility criteria for federal student aid students would be a student that is a U.S. citizen, national or eligible non-citizen, a high school diploma or equivalent, or is working towards a degree or certificate program at a college, career, university, has a valid Social Security number, and is meeting satisfactory academic progress in college or career school. The last point here is very important because throughout your college career, you must meet academic progress in order to continue receiving financial aid every year to fund your education. Available for federal students. Well, there are Pell Grants where you don't have to pay those back. Supplemental education grant, these are grants are based on need that you don't ever have to repay back. Now there is federal work study, which is a student employment on campus. There's also federal direct student loans where there are loans that you borrow and you don't have to go into repayment until you graduate. And as a matter of fact, we will be hitting that topic in our next lesson. And of course, federal plus loans that are offered to your parents in case they need to borrow financial aid to assist you pay for your educational expenses. Qualifying for financial aid for state funding. This would be for a student that's attending a state public institution allocated to fund awards to eligible state residents. State aid is generally based on FAFSA eligibility. What is the type of students, state student aid? They will be eligible for Texas grant, Texas Public Education grant, and of course, state work study. State work study is a student employment opportunity for a student that is a state resident. Of course, there are other requirements that the financial aid office might request. Applying for financial aid. So to fill out what is called the FAFSA, which is a free application for federal student aid, we are going to log on to studentaid.gov and we're going to get started on the financial aid application. Important dates for us to remember is that the application opened up in December, but there is a priority deadline of March 15th. Now, can you submit an application if we miss the priority deadline? The answer is yes. You will be able to submit an application after the priority deadline. Now, other helpful tips or helpful websites are College for All Texans, and also reach out to your financial aid office if you need further assistance. Possibly, maybe you have an unusual circumstance that you don't really know what are the measures or steps for you to take to fill out the FAFSA. Now, for students filling out the state financial aid, you will fill out the Texas Application Student Financial Aid. And this is on the collegeforalltexans.com. You will be frequently visiting this webpage, and also you will also see that there are a lot of other important information listed here that will be helpful throughout your application process. And of course, your priority deadline is March 15th as well. And if you have any questions or if you have any extenuating circumstance and you might need assistance, please contact the financial aid office and they will certainly be able to help you answer the question. The FAFSA and TASFA. After you've completed the application, make sure that you go back and check your email if you're completing the FAFSA because you will need that confirmation email for grade. For students completing a TASFA, please print out a copy of TASFA page 6, section 6 with the student signature. Once you completed the FAFSA or TASFA, either or, you will definitely attach that confirmation letter, save document, and please note, you do not apply to both applications. You're only going to select the one that's applicable to you. No? Well, in that case, we will go ahead and end the session today. Thank you and have a great one.